There we go. What is up, everyone? Good evening, YouTube. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. This is John from Crazy Gringo Cigars. I'm finally out of the smoking tent. I'm outside here. Beautiful weather today, 80 degrees. As you can see, I'm super amped, super pumped, super excited for some big news I'm going to share with you guys. Hello to everyone on Instagram as you guys are joining on YouTube. Who knows who's on YouTube? But, this is for me to document a cool journey. So something a little different you may notice, or you may notice throughout this, I'm not lighting up a cigar right now, and there's a reason for that. We're going to get into that. So if you guys saw the name of the episode, it's Operation M.O.B, Episode 1. M.O.B stands for My Own Blend. That's right. I'm getting my own blend. I am working with Ultimo Cigars out in Tulsa, Oklahoma to get my own blend. It's been an awesome process so far. And I want to document this journey and share it with you guys. Hey, what's up, Wolfpack? Thanks for joining. So Operation M.O.B, my own blend. I'm doing it. Before we jump into the process, because the whole point of this for me is to document the process and show you guys my thought process and what's going to go into making my blend. What's up, Hermano? Hugo Smokes, my Hermano. Just want to give a shout out to the Smokeout Lounge. My boys, always keeping it real. I wake up to at least 20 to 25 messages since they're on the West Coast every morning I wake up. So, like I said, I'm very excited. So this kind of why I'm getting my own blend. Why take on such a project? I started this cigar social media thing back in September, I think. Back in September. Sorry if the internet keeps going in and out. We're going to do our best here. When I started it back in September, my journey really started before then. It was, doing all the research, watching the videos, watching like Cigar Hound Dog, Cigar Alchemist, finding Roger from Working Man Cigars. Shout out to him as well, a good friend of mine. And I started the social media thing. I hit 1,000 followers, and then I was like, now what? What's the next journey of Crazy Gringo's cigar journey? And I got talking to my dad. Actually, it's funny. My dad does not like that I smoke cigars at all. But I presented him this project, and he was like, that's a really great idea. And so he got behind it. And so this is something that we're kind of working on together. He's sponsoring the project, if you will, helping me out a little bit. But what was going to be the next evolution of Crazy Gringo Cigars? And I'm proud to announce that that's my own blend. Very excited. I'm excited to take my cigar journey to the next level, kind of really refine my palate and really, develop a cigar that I truly enjoy and I could be really proud of. Now, the cigar is not going to be for, wholesale or whatnot. Maybe one day in the future. For me, this is more of a personal journey, personal adventure, personal an experience, just an experience to be able to say, I did this. I blended my own cigar. So without further ado, like I said, I'm working with Tomas from Ultimo Cigars out in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I actually found out about him through my boys, Justin and Sean over at Smoking Sounds Pod. Shout out to them as well. And I've got some of his cigars before, fantastic cigars. And he offers a master blend experience. And I was like, you know what? I think this is something I can do. And this is something I want to do. So I put in the order about 3 weeks ago. And it's an extensive process. You fill out a form. You put in your taste. So do you like caramel? Do you like caramel sweet? Do you like chocolate? Do you like coffee? So you fill out a flavor profile, and then you also put about 4 to 5 cigars that you truly enjoy and truly like. And I was actually thinking about this last night before I was going to go live. What cigars did I put down? I know I put the EP Carrillo Allegiance, which was my #1 cigar of the year for 2023. I think I put the Adventura Queen's Pearl. I definitely put the Arturo Fuente, the Hemingway, the short story. And then I also put one more. I just can't remember it. And basically, so I submitted this list 3 weeks ago. I said, yep, I want to do this experience. I want to, have my own cigar blend. And so some weeks go by. I'm getting worried. I'm like, oh no, like what's going on? And I shoot a message to Tomas over at Ultimo, and I'm like, hey, I'm really excited. Looking forward to the blend. Any update? And he goes, all the cigars you chose are so different that this is going to be a challenge. But if there's anyone up for it, it's me. So I was like, oh, damn. And the challenge for him, he said, was these cigars are all so different. I got to try to find common factors and figure out why they're so appealing to you and why you like them. So I thought that was really cool, really making it personal. So yesterday in the mail, I got it. I got the. I'm gonna go through this with you guys right now, actually. So how this process works is you get samples, two different samples to try, and basically that's the one the one I prefer is the one I'm going to go with for my blend, and then I'm able to order more, which will be going out to my friends in the cigar community and whatnot. I also just decided literally 5 minutes before this live that what I'm going to do is when I finally pick the blend and announce the cigar name, we are going to do another live. We're going to do a huge giveaway. I'm going to try to get some of my boys in, maybe Hugo Smokes, maybe Sean from Smoking Sounds Pod, and kind of do a launch party giveaway event. So I'm excited for that. More to come. So Hermano, stay tuned. Sean, stay tuned if you're listening. But anyway, back to the box. So I was super excited for this. I really didn't know what to expect. You kind of see pictures online, but when you get it, you're holding your hand, you're like, wow, that's really cool. So it's just a classic humidor. So I wanted to document this process. And so this is going to be probably a 3 to 4 week journey until we get to the final product and get the final cigar. And who knows how long it's going to take afterwards to get the final product. But first up, what's in this package? Tobacco leaves. These are the tobacco leaves. These are the filler leaves that Tomas put into my cigar. And he gave me, each one is numbered. And basically tonight, I'm going to go on this live, I'm going to smoke through each one and take down notes. So you guys are watching me go through this experience, taste the different flavors. I've never tasted tobacco just straight raw. So this is going to be very interesting for me. But yeah, so we'll go more in depth in which ones as I'm smoking them. But yeah, so these are the 4 tobacco leaves that are in the blend. So once I smoke that, tonight I am going to be smoking the Naked Bunch. So this cigar does not have a wrapper. It is a cigar that is only made up of the filler and binder from the 4 leaves I'm smoking to really try to get that true essence and the flavor. I've never, I've only smoked some cigars when wrappers have messed up a little bit, and I know smoking a cigar without a wrapper is not ideal, and it's a weird taste, but I'm excited for it because it's all part of the process. And then, so that's episode 1. That's what's going to happen tonight. Tonight, I'm going to smoke the 4 tobacco leaves, and then I'm also going to smoke the Naked Bunch. We'll see how long it lasts. I'm not, if I'm not enjoying it, I hope I'm enjoying it because this is my blend, it's my flavor profile. The lack of the wrapper could hurt that a little bit. But so that's episode 1. That's what I'm going to do tonight. Then for the 2 future episodes, I got these 2 guys right here. One's an Ecuador, Connecticut wrapper, and one's an Ecuador, Sumatra wrapper. The ratio of the blend is the exact same. The blend inside these cigars are the exact same. So one of the episodes will be the Ecuador, Connecticut, and one of the episodes will be the Ecuador, Sumatra. I also put down that I prefer the Toro, and so you got Toro right here. So I'm excited for this. So episode 1 is happening right now. We're going to smoke the tobacco leaves. This is going to be an interesting journey. You guys are on it with me. Going to smoke the Naked Bunch, the unwrapped cigar. And then in the next couple of weeks, going to smoke these 2 cigars. And then finally, we're going to end up with the final product, final cigar. So I'm excited for this journey. Thanks for joining. Please ask questions about it in the process. Feel free to leave comments. I'm just excited. So let's get started. Without further ado, let's get started. So, all right, let's see what we got here. So I have a list of instructions that Tomas sent over. Basically, it says how to do this tasting and what to do. So basically, I'm going to take these individual leaves, smoke them, let them go out of my mouth, let air come in, and see where cold air is hitting my palate and what flavors I'm getting. So this is going to be interesting. Like I said, I'm doing this all for the first time. All right, so the first leaf we have up is African Cameroon Seco, it looks like. So an African Cameroon Seco. So I'm going to write that down. Like I said, I'm going through this right now with you guys. I want to document everything. Also, these videos for me are going to be a way to look back and say, wow, I went through that process. All right. So I'm going to pull a Hugo Smokes here. Getting some Barnyard on it. Very good cigar. Very good. That's my impression of my Hermano Hugo Smokes. But actually now. It smells like tobacco, but there's something on it that I can't quite tell. Yeah. There's something on it that I'm drawn to that I like about it. I can't put my finger on it. All right, so let's see how this goes. I'm not going to use a torch lighter. I'm just going to, so apparently you pinch it with your index and pointer finger and light it up. So let's see how this goes. That's great. Really interesting to smoking straight tobacco like that. Hmm. I'm trying to pick out the flavors that I like on it, but I can't. What's up, Peter? Okay, there's a toasted flavor on there. I'm writing that down. I can't figure out what that toasted flavor is though. It's not quite a marshmallow. This is the hard part. This is where I'm really gonna have to challenge my palate here to try to figure out what this is. We got the Coast Guard doing a flyby. I arranged that, just naturally my friends are probably flying it. It's like I'm gonna write down, I don't know if this is right, but it's like a toasted, and now I'm starting to get like a little smoky flavor. So that's interesting. There's some dark cocoa on there. Gonna write that down. Like I said, I'm writing everything down right now, so if my head's down, that's why. So the instructions for this phase was to basically let it up, draw it in, blow it out, and then draw cool air right back in, and to kind of pick up the flavor notes. Nothing right there. That was a little much more straight tobacco. And also, I'm not gonna BS you guys. If I'm not getting anything, I'm not getting anything. But I definitely got some toasted and smoky on there. That's interesting. I can't put my finger on it, but it's a very. I'm gonna write this down. It's not a flavor note, but it's a very warming feeling in the mouth, which I enjoy. And that reminds me of the Hemingway short story, and that makes sense because the Hemingway short story has a Cameroon wrapper. I think I'm going to take one or two more puffs, just to. So, what are we doing here? Gringo making his own blend. This is not a blunt. This is straight natural tobacco. I'm making my own blend, going through the different leaves that are going to comprise of the blend. This is the first one, which was an African Cameroon Secco. So far, I'm getting a warm feeling in the mouth. It's leaving it very warm, very relaxing. Something, a toasted flavor, some smoky flavor in there. It's got a little hint of dark cocoa. I think I'm going to take one or two more puffs and then move on to the next one. Yeah, I'm getting like a. If you see me looking up, it's I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't think the flavor is changing too much. It's toasted, smoky, warm, dark cocoa, and it's just a warm flavor throughout the mouth. Let me do one more and see if I can get any leaf cutters. What's up, guys? Thanks for joining. That is not. This is a tobacco leaf. Yeah, it's a toasted flavor, but like a smooth toasted flavor. It's hard to describe. I'm gonna take one more just to, but I'm getting the same flavor as the warm. I'm really drawn to the warm feeling in the mouth, and that I don't think that's just from this. Interesting. I got something on the retrohale there, so all right. I think I've extracted as much as I can from this leaf, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it out and start the next one. So far, a good start though. Like I said, I'm really drawn to that warm feeling. All right, leaf number two. Let me write this down. Leaf number two is a Nicaraguan Jalapa Viso. I've had Nicaraguan Jalapa, but I'm not sure about the Viso part. That could just be my gringo-ness taking over. All right, let's see. Okay. Definitely Barnyard for sure. My Hermano. Okay, this one, oh, right off the bat, it's sweet. Wow, like the leaf is really sweet right off the bat. First impression. Sweet, but it's like sweet and spicy. It's hard to describe. I know it's just my nose, but that's what I'm kind of getting. All right, let's try this. All right. Oh, that's like a cinnamon flavor. That's cinnamon right away. That's interesting. I'm not normally drawn to cinnamon things. I like cinnamon sugar, like French toast, cinnamon toast crunch. Who doesn't like cinnamon toast crunch? But that I got cinnamon right away. Cinnamon and like a chalk. It's like a chocolate. It's weird. Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely like a cinnamon and nutmeg spice on it, and that spice is coming through on the retrohale. It's interesting. It's not leaving that warm feeling anymore because that cinnamon. It's leaving that spice. But yeah, definitely cinnamon and nutmeg, which is interesting. I'm trying to think what cigar. Probably, if I had to guess, probably the short stories where it got the cinnamon and the nutmeg. Yep, still getting cinnamon. This is a little sharper. Now, obviously, this is a straight tobacco leaf, so it's probably going to be sharper. But I'm going to write that down. It's a little sharper. So far between the African Cameroon, you got toasted, smoky, and a little bit of dark cocoa, and then you have this blend of cinnamon and nutmeg. So this ended up to be an interesting thing. Yeah, still getting primarily cinnamon and nutmeg on it. Sorry about the feed, guys. Someone on YouTube, please let me know if the feed's all right. Hopefully on Instagram, it's going to go in and out. The Wi-Fi, unfortunately, is not the best out here. Dead on YouTube, and then I think now we're back. This one is leaving a lot more sensation on my nose for sure. But yeah, cinnamon and nutmeg. I don't know if I'm getting any more. Okay, I'm not really much more for that, so maybe I'll take one more just to see. This is a really cool process so far. This is really exciting. Yeah, nothing new on this one. All right, so we got cinnamon and nutmeg on that one. I don't even know if I'm getting the right flavors, to be honest, guys. I'm saving a little bit of each so I can go back when I'm not on camera. All right, so number 3. Let's see what we got. Number 3, we have the Dominican Piloto Cubano. And there's a specific order he wanted me to smoke these in, so that's what I'm doing through right now. All right, so this one's a bigger boy. Can anyone tell me if the feed is still acting up that bad? Sorry about that. Internet outside is probably one of the hardest. It should be one of the easiest things, but the hardest. All right, that's a lot of tobacco leaf right there. This is gonna be all right. This is a big boy. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. All right. It's a heavy cigar so far. I mean, the two I've had, it's going to be interesting to see how it all comes together. You know, I've been liking heavier cigars, but the blend may force me to go to Connecticut. So I'm already thinking that way. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see what happens here. So rolled up to the best of my ability. All right, got it going. Nope, going out on me. This is a hard one to get going. Let's see what we can do. So far, when I put this one up to my mouth, this was my favorite one so far. I just can't get it going, unfortunately. Let me try a torch lighter here because it's so big. That could be why. There we go. This is unique. This is difficult because it's the big boy. Let me, you know, I'm gonna take off a wrapper leaf here, or oh, it's all wrapped together. Oh man, I'm glad you guys are seeing this all come together. This is, like I said, this is the first time I'm doing anything doing like this, so I'm excited. This is you're watching the process unfold live. This one is also sweet initially, but it's hard. It's hard to judge. I don't know what I'm getting here. I'm gonna try something here. Actually, no, that's gonna be hard to do. I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna put it through my cutter and try to make it a little smaller. Let's see if that helps a little bit. All right, so I reduced the size a little bit. This one's requiring a little more effort. So let's see what we can do here. Hopefully that helps. No, it's still hard to get. Let's see. Is there one leaf that I can get rid of? Let's see. Maybe it's that one leaf that was screwing it up. Let's see. Nope, I don't want that to come undone too much. This is hard, guys. I'm struggling here on this one. This is a huge leaf. You know, maybe that's why you said pinch it. All right, let me try pinching it a little more. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing it correctly. I'm not picking up much on this. I like there's something about this wrapper though that's light. I know it looks dark, but there's a light flavor to it, almost like I'm gonna write it down. It's like almost a creaminess, almost. Not necessarily on the draw because I'm having a problem doing that. So let me try this again. My wife's gonna be mad at me for the mess I'm making out here. Let's try this again. I'm really lighting this thing. Ooh, it's a little salty. It's a little salty. Hey, what's up, Sanj? How's it going? Hey, Dad. Hey, Ricky. Thanks for joining. Dad, I'm going through the different wrappers right now, or the different parts that are going to make up the cigar, and just doing some flavor testing right here. All right, let's try this again. Okay, that's different than what I was getting before. Still getting to salty though. Definitely getting salty. That's interesting. I've never gotten salty on a cigar, but that's definitely that could be from the tobacco leaf too. Okay, here we go. Now we got it going. Yeah, it's like a sweet creaminess with a little bit of salt on the palate from the wrapper. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, bee attack. All right, I don't think I'm going to be able to get anything more out of this one. I'll try again, maybe off camera to keep the show rolling. But the very intriguing leaf right there, and that was the Dominican Piloto Cubano. Sorry for butchering that. All right, final one. The Nicaraguan Nicaraguan. Esteli Ligero. So the Ligero part of the cigar. All right, let's give it a go. This one is not as big, so hopefully I'll be able to smoke this one a little bit better. Let's see. And we're coming up on the 30-minute mark too, so that'll give me about 30 minutes to do the naked cigar. So this is perfect timing, actually. All right, so here is this one. Let's give it a go. All right, I'm gonna light it. I'm gonna pinch it. Potentially, it could have been salted caramel. I'm gonna write that note down, but it wasn't. It might have been just a very subtle salted caramel. So I'm gonna write that down. Appreciate that, Mom. Everyone, that was my mom. Thank you very much for the input. This is very light. This reminds me of a Connecticut cigar. You know, Connecticut. You know, most of us know what Connecticut cigars are: smooth, light, and that's what this reminds me of. Okay, so we got an interesting combination brewing here. We got, you know, with the African Cameroon, we got the toasted and smoky and the dark cocoa, which I fully expected. The Nicaraguan jalapa, which was sweet and spicy but a little sharp, with some cinnamon, definitely got cinnamon and nutmeg. And then these final two are really adding a sweet and creaminess and a little bit of salt flavor. I don't know if the salt's going to go away in the naked blend, but it's kind of a mix of, this is actually, you know, it's funny because of the cigars I sent him. This is exactly what I would expect. I like darker cigars that have a little spice to them, that have a strong, nice flavor. But I also do enjoy creamy and sweet cigars. So this is actually, I'm getting very excited now as I'm thinking about it. What I'm actually working with here. All right, let's do this. A few more puffs in on this one. Yeah. Getting some cocoa. It might be a little bit of a slight coffee. Now, as you guys know, I do not drink coffee, and I tell this story often. When I got into cigars and I was trying to pick up different flavor notes, there was always this one flavor I kept coming back to, and it was like, what is that flavor? And I was like, wait a minute, that's probably coffee. I just never had it before, so I didn't know what it tasted like. Yeah, that's smooth. All right, this Nicaragua Esteli is very smooth. Now, what do you guys see me doing when according to the instructions, I'm supposed to blow in, let it twirl, spit it out, or blow it out, and then do a cold draw of air and see where it's hitting my palate and where it's not hitting my palate. Hey, Sean, thanks for joining. Sean from Smoking Sounds Pod. I know this is just one part of a cigar, but this is pretty good. I'm excited now. I've been excited about this whole process. For everyone just joining, John from Crazy Gringo Cigars, happy hump day. Operation M.O.B, my own blend. So excited to be doing this, and just a cool experience, a cool journey. The next evolution of Crazy Gringo Cigars is this blend. So Operation M.O.B stands for my own blend. Episode 1, we're going through the leaves that make up the cigar. Episode 2, we're going to smoke one of the samples, and then episode 3, we'll smoke another one, and then we're going to do a live launch for the final product, final cigar. I'm going to hopefully I can bring in like Sean, Hermano, Hugo from Hugo Smokes. We're going to do a giveaway with it, and it's going to be a fun time, and I'm going to hopefully be able to get those cigars out to those guys so we can all smoke it together. So, Sean, let me know if you're in, brother. This reminds me of I think this is reminding me of the Adventura Queen's Pearl. I'm going to have to go back and see if it has any Nicaraguan Esteli. I'm not sure, but that's the retrohale is so smooth. And I just got cinnamon again on the retrohale. So there's a little bit of cinnamon, which is interesting. I'm not big on cinnamon, so. All right, so with that said, we're at the 30-minute mark here. So those are all the 4 leaves. So far, I'm impressed. This is a cool journey. I'm probably going to. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to take a picture of the whole thing. Oh, I have to figure that out somehow. So all right. So we got the 4 leaves that make it up smoked. Right now, I can kind of see where he's going with it, I think, or I might be out of my mind. So we got toasted, smoky, dark cocoa, then sweet and spicy with some cinnamon and nutmeg, then a sweet creaminess, which I love creaminess in a cigar. So I see where that's coming from. Smooth retrohale, and then, all right. So this sounds like a perfect cigar for me. So that, wow, I'm impressed. I'm gonna take a sip of water here. All right, now for phase 2, we are gonna smoke. I'm gonna smoke the Naked Bunch. So this is everything I just smoked, but actually put into a blend and wrapper, but without a wrapper. You know, wrappers add a lot of flavor to a cigar. So he wants me to experience it without a wrapper. So, so remove the Naked Bunch from the tissue paper. This bunch is comprised of each of the leaves that you have just smoked. Light and smoke the Naked Bunch, noticing the blending of flavors and mouthfeel. Take notes on your experience at this point. All right, so I'm going to do exactly that. No reason to vary here. So I'm going to start a new page here and do the Naked Bunch. Thank God it doesn't look like I'm smoking a blunt anymore. It's a cigar. It's tobacco, guys. All right, so. All right. Smells good. Let's see. Toast it up a little bit. I'm going to light this one normally like a normal cigar. Wow. All right, when it's blended together, it's different. I'm going to let it burn. I'm going to let it burn a little bit to develop. But just smoked the new CEO Fasa. Had cinnamon and marshmallow on the retro. Interesting. Maybe it could be marshmallow. That is so smooth. Want it to develop a little bit, and obviously it's without a wrapper, so that's weird. But the flavors are coming together. Like the flavors I just said are coming together in this. A lot more subdued. Obviously, that was a very concentrated dosage of what dosage. That was very concentrated. Turn my light on a little bit more. That was very concentrated. So you got the individual ones, but now coming together, it's a very nice blend so far. There's that cinnamon again. But it's not like overpowering cinnamon. I'm not a fan of overpowering cinnamon, but I keep picking it up, and I think that's probably from the Cameroon. What did I say that came from? That came from the Nicaraguan jalapa. Okay. Extremely smooth retrohale. So I'm going to write that down. It's weird. I'll be honest. It's weird smoking a cigar without a wrapper. So used to it, but this is like really this is as raw as it gets for a cigar. No wrapper. Some dark cocoa. The retrohale is exactly. I'm not BSing you guys either. I'm being as honest as I can. Um, the retrohale is exactly what I like. A little pepper, little spice, but not overpowering. So that's awesome. So far, it's the retrohale that's sticking out to me. Hold on, we got a request to join here. I don't know this. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I just allowed my dad to join. He's involved in this project as well, so he's going to join. Let's see if he has to say anything. I'm sure he's going to make fun of me for something. Hey, Dad.
Hey, John.
I'm smoking the blend right now. It's interesting. It's the flavors that I requested are coming together. Really nice.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's great.
It's going to be a good cigar, man. I'm excited about it. It's a really cool process. Everyone thought I was smoking a blunt when I was smoking the individual cigar things. But
Right.
so my dad's, for those of you that don't know, my dad's a chemist. Everything was very concentrated when I was smoking the samples. But now when it's blended together, the concentration goes away and it blends together very nicely. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Good work.
Thanks for stopping in, Dad. I appreciate it, man.
Okay, bye.
Love you, Dad. Oh, that's an interesting spider right there. I also, even though this is just what you call it, even though this is just a cigar without a wrapper, that burn is pretty nice. And look at the layering on that leaf already. I don't think it's a salted caramel. It's like a dark chocolate caramel. Chocolate. I'm writing all this down. But yeah, as I'm gonna take a little break here, just kind of enjoy this. What anyone else out there smoking anything? Happy Wednesday. For anyone just joining, John from Crazy Gringo Cigars. Welcome to Operation M.O.B, Operation My Own Blend. It's something I've been working on for the past couple of weeks now, working with Ultimo Cigars out in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and working on this flavor profile in this blend. Yeah, so Yosli from the Wolfpack asked, "Is this your new blend?" Yeah, it's the blend. It's the bare bones. That is just there's no wrapper on this. This is just the flavors of the cigar of the tobacco that I just smoked, all blended without a wrapper, because that wrapper is going to add a little bit of a different flavor profile and bring it all together. Yeah, getting some coffee now, I think, but it's not like obviously I don't drink coffee, so it's hard for me to point out the coffee, but really smooth, really smooth. Yeah, absolutely, Yossi. That sounds fantastic. I would love to do that and talk about the blend, talk about the process, Operation My Own Blend. Um, Anyone interested in doing this now? This is not. You can do this. Go to Ultimo Cigars. I don't know if YouTube's going to yell at me for saying that, but go check out Ultimo Cigars. Tomas, he's awesome. I've been working with him. I'm actually going to get to do a live video consultation with him and to talk to him about what my thoughts on it, what the process what was for me, and kind of discuss the blend. So what this cigar is, I can tell already without a wrapper. It's a what was I going to say? It's a medium plus, I would say, in terms of flavor. But it's like it's smoking like a heavy Connecticut. That's what I'm gonna write down. Heavy Connecticut. Now, like I said, all of this is just my thoughts, so it could be completely wrong, but that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm experiencing right now. Oh, there's a new flavor coming on. It's a if Hugo is still on, Hugo reminds me of that Caribbean spice we were getting on the St. Lucian Habano. So I'm gonna write that down. A little Caribbean spice. And I did say I like a little bit of a spicy cigar, so I'm getting that same type of note on it, which is interesting. Sean, I'll keep that in mind not to look Tomas directly in the eye. Oh, there it is. Toasted. I just got toasted marshmallow / caramel, and that was when I let the air come back in. So I'm gonna write that down. All right. So I think I know Instagram will cut me out at an hour, so I think we're right on track for that, for episode 1 of My Own Blend. But I think I kind of know what we got here. Now I'm very interested to see how the wrappers change the dynamic or how it adds to it. I'm not sure. And I'm going to do a live poll for the next live. We have beautiful weather coming into the area next week. So I can't wait to be outside here again and smoke one of the actual blends with a wrapper on. I'll do a poll, so please make sure to vote on the poll for which one I smoke first, and then obviously I'll smoke the other one second. Thanks, Josie. Appreciate it, brother. Hey, Op Smoke. This is Operation My Own Blend, M.O.B. Been clever I came up with. Probably it's stupid, but my own blend. That's what it is. This is my journey documenting my own blend. And once again, I wanted to show. Look at the layering. Look at the layering. That's beautiful. That really is. So this is just a naked cigar without a wrapper. That it's still constructed beautifully. Oh, what was that? It's dark. Yeah, I think I wrote it down already. Yeah, dark chocolate and caramel, and that retrohale is so smooth. It's smooth and it has a little hint of spice on it, which I love. So Op Smoke. I'm active. I'm actually active duty Coast Guard. So I'm an active duty officer in the Coast Guard. All right, so now it's starting to go a little wonky here. I mean, it's a cigar without a wrapper. And yeah, so this is for those of you guys just joining or have any questions, I just smoked the 4 tobaccos that are in this in my blend without a wrapper. So now I'm smoking all of it without a wrapper, just kind of get the real effect of the flavors blended together. And they're blending together really nicely, from the concentration of each individual tobacco, picked up different things, and now kind of seeing how they all work together. Later, Sean. Thanks for joining, brother. Have a good night. I'm gonna hash that. Now I'm smoking it a little quickly. It got the triangle there. So let's see. Yeah, it's a toasted flavor. Like dark chocolate, much more prominent. What's that coffee? I always have a hard time. I'll be honest. I always have a hard time discerning between caramel and chocolate and coffee. To me, they're very similar, especially dark chocolate. But that's again, I don't drink coffee. Here's that saltiness a little bit. All right, the saltiness came back. I've never gotten that. I have never gotten that in a cigar. That's really interesting. That's gonna. It's like a nice compliment. Anything like salty and sweet, like sweet and not like a sweet and sour, but same kind of thing. The same juxtaposition. Op Smoke, thanks you for your service, man. Thanks for paving the way for all the active duty military members serving today. So appreciate it. Thank you for your service. This is hard. This is really challenging my palate to try to pick out stuff. And I've already picked out stuff that I've never had before, especially that saltedness and the nutmeg. I have never gotten nutmeg or cinnamon. I've picked out a little bit. So this is truly a unique blend. What's up, Cigar Whisperer? Thanks for joining, brother. There is a flavor. There is a flavor I'm getting now that I just don't know what it is. The retrohale. Now I'm gonna get crap for this. One of my top cigars of 2023 was the Cohiba Riviera, and I think Matt from Cigar Hound Dog gave it a dog rocket, awful cigar. I personally really enjoyed that cigar, and I'm getting a little bit. This cigar reminded me a little bit of that, especially on the retrohale, but it's not as powerful as the Riviera. The Riviera is a pepper bomb right away, but I enjoyed a pepper bomb. Yes, yeah. So Op Smoke asks, the vocabulary is never an issue, right? It's coming up with words to describe something is hard. Picking out different flavors, it's always the one thing. Do you like it? That's that's the essence of it. Do I like it? I do. I'm not BSing here. Obviously, smoking it without a wrapper is interesting because I'm not getting the full effect of the cigar. I'm getting the flavors blended, and I like the blend of the cigar so far. So we'll see what the effect the wrappers have. Now the wrappers I have in Ecuadorian Connecticut, like I showed before, in Ecuadorian Connecticut, and then in Ecuador, Sumatra. And just visually, I'm drawn more to the Ecuadorian Sumatra. So I'm interested to see which one I actually end up liking more. So stay tuned for future episodes of M.O.B. This is it's not like a Connecticut. This is a medium. I would say medium plus full body cigar in terms of flavor, which I like. It'll be interesting to see what transitions here. So I'm into second, third right now. Maybe that's a leather. Maybe when they're combined, I'm getting like a leather flavor. And I always make fun of my hermano Hugo when he says some of the things, like some of the stuff he says. Hugo, just check out Hugo Smokes, one of my boys, one of my brothers. I think I'm getting leather. I think that's what that is. And I wasn't getting that on the individual samples of the tobacco. I'm only getting it now when it's all combined. I'll say that inhale is one of the best. I really enjoy the way. Now I'm starting to warm it. It's warming me up again. And let's see which one I got the warm feeling on. I got the warm feeling on sharp, subtle, the African Cameroon Seco. That was when I got the warm feeling on. So Op Smoke, I'm working with Tomas from Ultimo Cigars. He's the one who has all the tobacco in house and does the rolling. I submitted a flavor profile. I submitted some favorite cigars. He smoked the cigars, and based on his years of experience, he came up with this blend for me. This is it's funny. I don't think that this is not like going to be a summer cigar. This is more like a fall winter cigar. It's a very warming cigar. I know that's weird to say, but it's keeping me warm and it's leaving my mouth with a warm feeling. But anyway, I got about 12 minutes left before Instagram cuts out. I'm gonna keep going for the next 12 minutes, and then I'm gonna cut out, and then we're gonna do the next episode next week. Stay tuned. I'm gonna look at the schedule, look at the forecast, and see what day is the best day. I'm gonna put out a poll for what cigar I should smoke first, and we're gonna come right back here. We're gonna enjoy this journey even more. I'm excited. Thanks. First of all, thank you guys for joining the journey. Thank you guys for supporting Crazy Gringo Cigars. When I started this back in September, I had no idea what I was getting into. For me, I've said this before on, I think I said it on Smoking Sounds Pod, and I think I said it to Roger. For me, this is a creative outlet. When I was a kid, I used to love making movies, and I had video cameras. I had video editing software. Ended up in the military. Creativeness stifled a little bit. Life takes over, right? And kind of have to put personal stuff aside for a little bit to advance the career. But I'm at a good point in my career now where I'm looking for a hobby. I got my advanced education out of the way, and for me, the Crazy Gringo Instagram, Crazy Gringo Cigars, has really been a creative outlet for me and a way to be creative, express my feelings. I was smoking cigars. I'm like, I could share this with people. One thing I will say about the cigar community, I did not expect how awesome of a community it is in terms of meeting awesome people, in terms of making actual meaningful connections, meaningful friendships, and staying in touch with people. I shouted out at the beginning the Smokeout Lounge. It's me and we have 5 guys in it. One of the best things, we do herps every once in a while. We got to do more. Some availability issues, softball, to mention one of them, a random softball practice on a Sunday. Don't know how that happens. As a coach of a military softball team myself, there's no unscheduled practices, but that's just me. The cigar community has been awesome, made awesome friends, a lot of positivity. And I'm going to quote Smoking Sounds Pod here. It's not about competition. It's about cooperation, collaboration. And it truly is. We're all in this to share each other's experiences, to, hey, what'd you think about this cigar? What'd you think about that cigar? And so that's what it's all about. It's all about sharing experiences, sharing cigars with each other. And so I've fell in love with this community, and it's awesome. Oh, okay. I just got the smokiness just came back. I like that. And you know why I like that? Because I have a smoker, and I do enjoy smoking meats, and I do enjoy the smoked meat flavor, but it's not overpowering. It's not like overly smoked, like when you put too much wood in and the meat gets over smoked. That was really nice little hint of smokiness. Op Smoke, absolutely, man. Hit me up on Instagram or shoot me a message in YouTube, and we can absolutely talk, man. Would love to do something veteran related. Absolutely, Okay. As I get into the end of the second third, this cigar is taking on a great flavor. I just took that puff I just took I was like, wow, that was really good. No smokiness on that. So it's like subtleness. It's subtle flavors that make a whole experience really, really nice. I'm getting to the wrapper here. Hopefully I can, hopefully I don't want to mess it up. Getting a little close there. Yeah, this is a really smooth. It's a flavorful cigar. The flavor's dying down, so it's not as pronounced. It's not as pronounced. It's a little more subtle. I'm actually enjoying it more in the second third. So I'm going to write that down so I can send that back to second third. It's probably been my favorite so far. I'm going to write that down so I can report back to Tomas when I, go when we have our consultation. So I'm going to read here what the next steps are. So the next step, so the next 2 episodes, I'm going to be remove and smoke each of the finished cigar options. These cigars are made up of the same tobaccos and the same ratios as this. So it's the same ratio as what I'm smoking right now. Each represents a wrapper leaf option that best suits this blend. Notice the difference that each wrapper offers. Take notes of your experience. So that's exactly what I'm going to do for the next 2 ones. So we'll do one next week. I'm actually going to be going down to Puerto Rico the week afterwards for work. So probably won't do a live then. So probably a week after. So this is going to be an experience. So bear with me. It's going to be fun. So Peter from the Cigar Collective on Instagram asked, "Where am I getting these tobaccos?" Ultimo Cigars out in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He has all his tobaccos in house, and so that's where I'm getting it. Thanks, Gabe. Thanks, Gabe. Appreciate it, brother. That's really nice. There is something. I'm being honest here. There is something. The inhale, the initial puff out is good, but then there's something left over that I'm not a fan of, and maybe that's because I'm smoking without a wrapper. But there is something that just not crazy about. But even this construction is still fantastic for a cigar without a wrapper. Right, let me see if I can pull this off here. Oh yeah, that's going to come off nice and easy. All right. All right, so it pulled off, didn't rip anything. You can really see the veins and see this is what's inside a cigar. And it's so weird to be smoking a cigar without a wrapper. It is like as raw as it gets in terms of tobacco. Yeah, I'm getting. There's that cinnamon again at the end. Cinnamon. Thanks, Hugo. Appreciate it for stopping by, brother. We'll talk to you tonight or tomorrow. Cinnamon at the end of puff. Yeah, there's some not cinnamon. There wasn't cinnamon there. I don't know what it is. You know what's interesting is I haven't. I think I got. Did I get the saltiness at all? Yeah, I got the salt once, and I was getting that on one of the other the leaves. What leaf did I get the saltiness? Let's see. On the Dominican Palato Cubano, I was getting salty. And it's only come up once, and maybe it's muted out by the other flavors when it's blended together. So I got 4 minutes left on Instagram. I'm going to stay live on YouTube and finish this thing through because why not? This is my journey. This is my way of documenting. Fair winds and foul winds seed, brother. Op Smoke will be in touch. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm not. It's the aftertaste. It's the aftertaste that I'm not a fan of, and I don't know what that is. Aftertaste, not a fan. Anyone out there smoking anything? I know if you watch any of my other lives, I'm always asking it. What's everyone out there smoking? Anyone smoking anything or have anything good recently? And just want to make it known too, I am smoking this a little faster than I normally would. We're approaching a 26-minute mark. I'm going to take my, obviously I had to get through the individual ones and then this one, but it's not burning too fast. So. It's almost like a bourbon. It's like very smooth and then leaves a little something on the. Yeah. It's funny. I have been recently enjoying cigars that are barrel aged. So I had the Buffalo Trace, and then recently, I forget which one I had. Here, let me take a look really quick. This is why Instagram is great because I can be able to document and look back at the cigars that I've had. I had the. That's right. On my recommendation of Sean from Smoking Sounds Pod, I had the Diesel Whiskey Row, and I really like that. So this is all right. So this is reminding me of that a little bit, but not quite. Whoa. Holy crap. Okay, that was a intense flavor there at the end. It's a leather. It's a leather and cocoa. So as you guys know, I don't care how many people join my lives. For me, this is my documentation of documenting my journey. This is a video record for me to go back and look and see the process all the way through. Okay, now it's getting smoother. There's a transition happening here. One thing, however, that has been consistent all the way throughout is that retrohale. That retrohale is so smooth. The peppers really died down, and now it's just like that nice warm feeling that I got in one of the tobaccos. Now it's just a warm feeling, so I really enjoy it. I don't think this is a summer cigar though. I could be wrong. Maybe the wrapper will change that. Maybe the wrapper will make it a little creamier, a little smoothie. But I think this is more like a colder weather cigar. So that's interesting. Yeah, it's smoothing out. It's interesting tasting all the cigars blended together. Let's see if Instagram kicks me out. I'm not getting the warning that your live will end soon, so maybe I'm good to go. This will pair. I'm trying to think now. I'm trying to think like what could this pair well with? And obviously, we're missing a huge part here with the wrapper. I've got a little tingly on the nose there. It's sweet, like so. The aroma coming off of it is kind of sweet. It's interesting, but not like overly sweet. It's hard to describe. Look at that though. This is this is just this is just tobacco. There's no wrapper on it. It's burning pretty well. It's getting a little flaky there, but looks like everyone ditched me on Instagram. That's fine. I don't need Instagram anyway. Just kidding. So as we're wrapping up here, maybe we got 10 minutes left. I got to slow down smoking it because it just got a little warm when I brought it in. So I'm going to slow down smoking it a little bit. I can't see who's all on. Anyone there? Anyone smoking anything? Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Thanks for joining me. This is a cool experience. I did not know what to expect. I think the coolest part of this so far was tasting the individual cigars and getting the concentrated flavors. And now, hey, what's up, Enzo? Thanks for staying on, man. I appreciate it. Smokeout Lounge. Stay tuned. Big things coming for the Smokeout Lounge. Big things coming for the Smokeout Lounge. This is cool, going from the concentration to now the blend and seeing how they all kind of work together, and how some flavors overpower others, but there's still subtleness in some of the flavor profiles, the flavor notes that I caught on and I liked. That's a wood. That's definitely a dark wood. Alex, what's up, man? Woody. I'm finally getting wood. Don't take that the wrong way. I didn't mean it that way. It's almost, it reminds me of a really good burning, like the aroma coming off it. It was sweet originally, like a little sweet originally. Now it's kind of like a really smooth burning charcoal grill, and I love the charcoal grill smell and flavor. So that's interesting. I'm gonna write that down. Charcoal grill. I'm fishing for stuff now. I'm really trying to, like I said, this is gonna test my palate. I don't know if I have a refined palate. I probably don't. I pick up things every once in a while that I'm like, oh, yeah, that's really cool. It's a very pleasant aftertaste. My favorite part of the cigar so far, though, is definitely that retrohale. That is smooth, warm, not as much pepper anymore, but it's just a warm feeling. Look at that. One thing that also has not changed is the construction. The ash on the cigar, the layering on it is fantastic. Like I said, it is without a wrapper. And it just ashed on me. And I'll say, like I said before, the cigars I sent over to Tomas, the cigars I sent over to him, he sent me a message back saying, I don't know what all these cigars have in common or why they all appeal, because they all have different appeals. They all have different flavor profiles. So the fact that he was able to come up with something that kind of combined all those is interesting. And I think the wrapper is going to be the game changer. Yeah, it's just a warm feeling. So like on a winter night or whatever, it's a very warm feeling. I'm very excited for the consultation that I'm going to have with Tomas, because I'm going to go over my notes and I'm going to see if they match up with what I should have been getting, or maybe I'm just wrong. Who knows? But beautiful night out here. All right. So on the retrohale, the pepper just the little spice, little ting, just picked back up, but it's not a pepper. It's just like Hey, so Alex, for I am smoking my own blend. I've been working on this project for a couple of weeks now. I'm working with Ultimo Cigars. Submitted a flavor profile, submitted cigars that I enjoy, and they sent me a pack of my own blend. And so I am smoking right now a naked version of my cigar. So there's no wrapper. This is just the tobacco, which I've never done before. So this is a really cool experience. I smoked all the individual little versions of the individual tobaccos to get very concentrated flavor profiles, and now I'm smoking them all blended together. That's a dark. What is that? That's coffee. I just got cocoa here in the final third. Coffee, dark in the final third. It's interesting. When I talk to Tomas, I'm definitely gonna, thank you very much. I appreciate it. When I talk to Tomas, I'm going to ask him if there's certain tobaccos that are known for overpowering or taking over. That warm, that warm flavor I'm getting, that warm feeling. That's exactly what I get when I smoke the Arturo Fuente Hemingway short story. Almost exactly. That's how I feel every time I smoke that cigar. Consistency. It's a warm smoke. My palate's not very fine. I can't. There's a dark, sharp flavor that I can't pick out. Also, the other part of this is getting to name my cigar and come up with a band for it. I'm going to keep that under wraps. I have some ideas in my head, but for now, I'm going to keep that under wraps. And so, just as I'm finishing up here, in the final third, getting close to the stub, just want to go over what Operation M.O.B is. So, Operation M.O.B is my own blend. Working with Ultimo Cigars to come up with Crazy Gringo's own blend. This is going to be probably a 4-part series. It's going to be 4 episodes. This first episode, smoking the individual tobaccos, smoking the naked cigar. Next week, I'm going to smoke one of the what cigars with the wrapper. I'm going to do a poll, so make sure you vote. We'll find out what cigar I'm going to be smoking first. Then we'll smoke the other one, and then we're going to do a launch event for this cigar. I'm going to get on Hugo Smokes, Sean from Smoking Sounds Pod. We're going to work it out. Where get them on, and hopefully I'll be able to get the cigar out to them. I'm going to try to do that. So this is going to be probably a 2-month process. So I'm excited for it, but we're going to do a launch party. There's going to be a giveaway. I have so many cigars and I want to share with the cigar community. So we're definitely going to be doing a giveaway. So stay tuned. The launch is going to be the launch of this, my own blend, name to be determined. And we're going to do a giveaway as well. It's interesting smoking just the tobacco with no wrapper, because it's the wrapper really does change the complexion of the cigar, but this really challenges me to focus in on what flavors am I getting. And so far, I think the Cameroon wrapper has got to be taking over. But that's what's the word? Not the majority, but that's the primary flavor I'm getting, the primary notes. Yeah, so definitely flavor is picking back up again. So we went from medium plus to medium and really smooth, and now kind of teetering with that medium plus category. Medium. So overall, there's going to be a medium plus body flavor cigar for sure. And I think the wrapper will, add to that and could change that dynamic a little bit. There's a toasted flavor in the final third. Final third. I'm going to have to make sense of all these notes that I'm writing down, because right now I'm just jotting stuff down. But I'm approaching the end here. Probably going to be on for 5 more minutes or so. Thank you for everyone to tuning in and join. Hopefully, if you didn't tune in live, hopefully you're going to watch this at some point and say, oh, that's really cool. Feel free to reach out to me about this experience, about this process. I'm excited. I don't know if you saw me when I got on. I was giddy. I was very excited about it. This is something I'm looking forward to. Kind of a little bit of a side passion project for me. Kind of the next evolution of Crazy Gringo Cigars. This is not going to be for wholesale. This is for me. And then we'll do the giveaway, give some cigars out. But this is really just more of a, get into the experience of what the blending process is like, what the blenders of the cigar brands, what they go through, what they think about when they put together a cigar, and kind of really to enhance my knowledge and increase my knowledge of the cigar process. And that's for me. I'm a lifelong learner. Everyone should be. And for me, it's just another way to learn and experience cigars. And it's a completely different experience. And I think after this experience, I'm going to have a much greater appreciation for cigars and how they're rolled and how they're blended. There's still something at the end that I can't figure out. Can't figure out that flavor. So like I said, we're getting down here. And you know what? I think this is a good place to call it. Been live for an hour and 11 minutes. Everyone, thank you for joining Instagram and YouTube. I'm surprised Instagram didn't kick me off. Usually they have an hour limit. Maybe I hit the threshold where they let me go forever, which is not a good thing. But once again, thanks for joining Operation My Own Blend, Operation M.O.B. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thanks for the support. Stay tuned. Next week, we're going to smoke one of the cigars. Stay tuned for that poll. And Operation M.O.B. Episode 2 coming out next week. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.